All right, let's remove my nails. I've had these on for 11 days now, and they're just incredible. They've held up really, really well. Very minimal like dullness or scratching. I have had not any chipping. And so these gels are on here. They are on here, they feel good, they look good. So how do we remove them? Okay, so we're going to take this is the secret ingredient, right? This is the key to getting them off. It is the 10-day Super Nails Removal Solution. So the first step, I'm just gonna do one hand for you today, but the first step is to get some of this solution around all of the edges and underneath the nail. So I just go in and put not even a full drop, but just a little around the edges of the nail and then underneath the free edge to kind of just start breaking down any of that bond that's on the outside edges of the nail. So you can see it doesn't take much. I'm not even using like a full dropper or anything. We're just gonna start breaking down that bond. Okay, gonna let that sit for just a moment. Make sure you screw on the lid to your remover because of the ingredients. It can evaporate kind of quickly, so you just wanna protect that a little bit. This is the tool that the kit comes with, so I'm going to use it. But if you do have metal, like cuticle pusher, it's gonna work even better. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start going in the edges and just kind of starting to scrape away around the edges to loosen up any of the bond that I can kind of get to from the outside. I'm gonna do that for each nail. You can kind of do, you know, one nail at a time, but what I find is if I kind of go nail by nail for each step, it gives that that solution a little bit of time to soak in so that when I get to the next nail, it's already easier to remove. You can kind of see that white stuff? It's just the bond starting to break down and it gets kind of like gummy. So I just take the pokey side, kind of scrape the edges. Okay. So eventually over time, the wooden one can kind of get broken down a little bit. So that's why I suggest investing in a metal one. If you're going to continue to use Moitié nails, it's going to be a really nice tool to have on hand and they're super inexpensive. Okay, so now that I've freed up these edges a little bit, I'm going to go back in with the solution. And I kind of like to I just use a little bit of pressure to kind of lift. I don't know if you can see that, lift the edges that I just kind of freed up and drop some more of the solution right into there. A technique that some people do is they'll get this and kind of wedge it in. If you have a nail that's really stubborn, you can do that. See how that kind of lifts the edge? And you can drop some solution right down in there. I find that just putting a little pressure lifts it enough for me. And you'll start to feel them get a little loose. So this does take a little bit of time, a little bit of patience, but really not that much time. Especially compared to if you've ever had to try, you couldn't get to the salon and you tried to remove your gel nails yourself. It's just a whole process. So I appreciate the fact that this is as quick as it is. So in the last two steps, I've basically loosened up the edges, and then this one I could lift a little more. There we go. And then the second step, I'm getting some more of that solution just deeper down into the nail. And so now that I've done that, I'm gonna go in with the flatter side, the flatter side of the cuticle pusher. And I'm gonna find kind of my loosest edge So on the thumb right here, it's been lifting, and I'm gonna kind of just like slide it. And I'm gonna go just a little section by section until it just pops off. If at any time you feel any tugging or pain, there's just not enough solution. So keep kind of working your way into deeper into these edges and get that solution in there, and you'll find that at some point it just comes off. Okay, and you can see my nail underneath. Obviously there's still some of the bond on there. I'll take care of that last. I'll show you guys how to clean up your nails, but you can see how nice and healthy my nail is. Okay, next one. Okay, found a nice free edge. I'm just gonna slide it off. Like I said, if there's a spot where it feels like it's really attached, do not force it, because that's how you're gonna tear your nail, and nobody wants that. So that side's a little tough for me over here. So I'm just gonna open this up and drop a little more in, and I will come back to that one. Ta-da. And you can see the bond still kind of inside this. I'm gonna show you how to clean those up next. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this one that I had kind of struggled with and see just a little bit more of that remover, and it is removed. Okay. Now I'm going to do this one. This one's on a little tougher. I'm just gonna work it. There we go. Found a nice little free edge there. I'm gonna drop in a little more solution. If at any point you feel like it's a little tough, like I said, you're better safe than sorry. Just put a little more solution, it'll take care of itself. And slide your way around. Ta-da. Okay. Oh, sorry, I got off screen there. I've never done a video like this before, so it's a bit of a challenge. I'm trying to pay attention, but also show you guys what I am doing. Oh, that one just popped right off. Okay, so here are all of the nails. And so for my nails, to get this bond off of here, I just like to put a little bit of solution. Oh, a little bit of solution on each nail. Let it soak just a minute. And then you can take, I have a metal cuticle pusher that I like to use, but just could not find it. We moved not that long ago, and my nail stuff just kind of like got lost. So this really is better with kind of a metal pusher. I also have just the like backside of tweezers, just to gently scrape away any of that glue. And that's it. Your nail's nice and healthy. You can wash them, moisturize them, let them relax for a day or so if you'd like in between a set. I also just like to take a file and just gently kind of shape up my nail. And if you want, you can take a nice little buff side and just shine up your nail a little bit.